I am just about to get fed up with that camera. I shot some video, checked it, it wasn't even running. I hope it's running this time. But I've got a new guitar. It's a Gretsch 2655T. And I can't remember the color of it, but it's some sort of a green, but it's more gray than green. It's really pretty though. This should help I turn that amp on. Wonderful tone to it. Well, I just want to show that to you. I'll do a full video on it in a better place to play. I figured out I'm not going to do good playing here at this desk. I need to Oh, I'm tired. I've been out there in that gazebo all day waiting on packages. I got in 2 guitars. That Gretsch was one of them. Oh, it's unbelievable that thing, $327 delivered to my door. Oh, I can't find a flaw at all with it. It came set up perfectly. Of course, I was playing pretty good outside, but I don't know what the problem is. I'm playing good and then I move to another spot and I can't even hit a note. Well, anyway, this biscuit cooking video turned out pretty well, and I'll do some music video later on my guitars. That little amp right there is a 10-watt amp that came with that Best Products guitar. And I got a new rack that'll hold 7 guitars. I got another one coming that'll hold 9 guitars, so I can get them all lined up. Anyway, I'll put this together with that biscuit cooking video, and the biscuits turned out good this time. Well, I'm out here in the gazebo again to try cooking some biscuits without burning them. Of course, you probably hear that fan blowing. It's cool today, but it's pretty hot there with that stove, so I've got a fan going. But I've got the rack off of my propane stove on top of that cast iron stove to keep it from getting so hot on. But quit chewing on my chair, Ruff. That dog. But I tell you, he's a sweetheart. Quit chewing on my chair now. But this is not going to be a long video. I'll get the biscuits done, and then I'll just show the biscuits being done. I'm having a little coffee this morning and enjoying the good breeze. I'm hoping it stays cloudy and windy all day. Be back in a little while. Well, old and crackadated here, and my new method of baking biscuits. Look how they turned out. That works good. Oh, and I can't wait to eat these. Oh, I will have to share with some puppies. Whew, that pan is hot. Now get out of my biscuits. Crazy dog. Now these are good. Absolutely really good. Can't even wait for them to cool, they're so good. And all I did was put, I'll show you see the grate? That's a little grate off of one of my little stainless steel camp stove that I use on top of my single burner propane stove. Here, Ruff. Here, Ridge. Oh, these things are perfection. You want something good, get you some of them frozen biscuits that they pack in the plastic bags and store. Now the Food Land around here has them in a plain bag, Ziploc freezer type bag, and you talk about good. Now these are the best frozen biscuits I've ever had. Yes, they are delicious. And I love the way the consistency of them when they cook up flat like that. Now they'll rise on top, and then when you flip them over, they'll mash down flat, and it really makes them good. They're easy to eat. You don't need anything to top, even gravy. Sausage gravy couldn't do much better than this. Oh, heavenly taste. Well, I'll try to get some video of the puppies here in a little while. It's old and crackadated, and if it can, it will, and it probably already has for me. Well, I'll tell you, those biscuits were about the best I've done. And I've made a couple of cups of coffee, and then I set one up on top of that plastic cooler. And of course it slid right off on the ground. But it done cooled down, so it didn't burn Ridge. But I've been enjoying my day out here. I don't care what don't get done today. I'm spending the day with my puppies. I got Ridge laying over here, I got Ruff laying there, and little Bear is back there behind the rocks. He likes that little spot right there. That way he can stick his nose there in the crack between those rocks and watch what's going on. But I've really enjoyed the day out here, and I just ordered me a 2655 T Gretsch guitar. Some kind of tea green or something. It's can't remember the exact color of it, but it's like an olive drab with a gold tint to it. Really beautiful guitar. But I watched several videos on that 2655, and those humbuckers the thing's got in it are really nice. And it's got, of course, it's got the normal trim bar on it and bridge that Gretsch has. And you can't beat their tremolo bars. Probably the best that's ever been developed. But I can't wait to get that thing. And it was really cheap too, like $323 delivered. But I'm hoping I get a good one that was set up good. But that's that Streamline. It's a smaller body, which I really like. The smaller body. The great big concert body, hollow body is, I've got one of those from Harley Benton, and they're great for doing blues and jazz stuff, but so is that smaller body. Plus you can do a little more high gain stuff with that smaller body because of the higher pitch, the tone that you get out of it. But I can't wait to get that thing. It said delivery by the 7th, so that's not going to be long off. Well, old and crackadated, and I've got to get the puppies out here and get some video of them. But I've just not wanted to do anything today other than enjoy myself. Look at all them puppies. Ain't they cute? Get off of Mama. I can't get a shot of the puppies because they're all on Mama. There's Bear right there. Big fat thing. Come here, Bear. Come here. See Bear? He got big old feet. Let me get my little bin out here. Oh! Unpack, critters. Come on, Ridge. Well, I wanted to get little Ben out here. That's little Ben. I ain't gonna get no good film with all of them running to Mama. I'm about to get fed up with this camera. You turn the thing on and it's supposed to be shooting video, and then you find out it didn't even take. So I have to do this all over again. Come here, little Ben. Up you go. This is little Ben. Ain't he a sweetie pie? Oh, I tell you, he is a darling. He's one of my keepers, little Ben. The littlest in the bunch, and he's just sweet as he can be. Hear the sound he makes. When you pick him up, that's what he does every time. Oh, he just, yeah, so happy, so happy. Yeah, I got a couple of packages in today. Outdoor Gear Review did did a review on the 22-inch size of this, so I got the 16-inch size, a little smaller, but I also got the tripod. I think that's going to be really handy there because it's got a hanging chain to hang a pot on it. Real convenient. So I'll do a video on the use of both of these on the next video, but I think I'm going to really like those things. I like the one that he had doing that review on, and but oh, I've got puppies all over the place here. Let's flip that over and turn around here. Look at the puppies I've got. They're all over the place. I seem to only get 5 at a time though. But that little Ben, he's just the sweetest little thing. He's my boy. Ugh. Ugh. Oh yeah, I've had so much trouble with that camera. You mash the button on the thing, the red light comes on, then by the time you get around in front of the camera, it's already cut itself off. And it's got a habit of around 9 minutes or so, it'll cut itself off. It'll miss maybe a few words and then cut back on, and then it totally messes up the whole video. You can't edit the thing. It's always at a critical time. But I hope the newer Canon cameras have fixed their problems. But anyway, I didn't have but like 1.6 gigs on the card left. Oh, I'm telling you what, those biscuits sure did turn out good, and they were good. And it's determined not to give me an ending to this video. It shows I still had several megabytes left, of like 8.8 megabytes, but it wouldn't even do a frame. So these cards are not what they're cracked up to be. They run out before they're out. But anyway, it kept cutting off the end of the video, where I always say, this is old and crackadated. If it can, it will. And of course, yeah, it has already several times today. If it can, it will. But I've at least got some puppies on the video, and I'll get all this stuff put together, and all my biscuit bacon really turned out good this time. I think I've perfected the biscuit bacon. So I've got to do a music video, some guitar stuff. I've got 3 guitars I need to show off, and got another one on the way that should be here by the 7th. Well, old and crackadated. If it can, it will.